Here's a powerful speech in Myron Golden's style, full of energy, persuasion, and biblical wealth principle. Most people don't realize just how massive the coaching industry is. They think coaching is some little side hustle, something only a few lucky people can succeed in. But let me tell you the truth, coaching is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it's not slowing down anytime soon. Why? Because the world has changed. People don't just want education, they want implementation. They don't just want knowledge, they want results. And the fastest way to get results is by learning from someone who's already done it. That's why coaching has exploded in value. Think about this. People used to rely only on formal education to learn new skills. You had to go to college, get a degree, or spend years climbing the corporate ladder to get expertise. But today, people are skipping all that. They want direct access to someone who has real experience, someone who can show them exactly how to get the result they want in the shortest time possible. And guess what? That's what coaching is. It's simply guiding someone from where they are to where they want to be faster than they could do it alone. And because speed equals value, people are willing to pay thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars for coaching programs that help them reach their goals quicker. Now, let's look at some numbers so you understand just how big this industry really is. According to market research, the coaching industry is worth over $20 billion and growing every single year. There are coaches making 6, 7, even 8 figures just by sharing their knowledge and guiding others. This isn't something that might work. This is something that already works for thousands of people. And it can work for you too. Think about industries like fitness, business, relationships, finance, personal development, marketing. There are coaches making millions in every single one of these areas. Why? Because people are always looking for guidance. Someone is always trying to lose weight. Someone is always trying to make more money. Someone is always trying to improve their relationships. And in every one of those cases, they are willing to pay for help from someone who has the knowledge and experience to get them results. And here's something else. Technology has made coaching even easier and more profitable than ever before. With platforms like Zoom, social media, and online courses, you don't have to rent an office or hold in-person sessions. You can coach people from anywhere in the world, build a global brand, and create multiple streams of income by offering one-on-one coaching, group coaching, digital programs, and high-ticket masterminds. The biggest reason most people don't step into coaching is because they think they need to be some kind of world-class expert before they start. But the truth is, you don't have to be the best in the world, just better than the person you're helping. If you've learned something, mastered a skill, or overcome a challenge, you have knowledge that someone else is willing to pay for. The coaching industry isn't just a way to make money. It's one of the most powerful ways to create impact while building real wealth. A lot of people think making money in coaching is about how much knowledge you have. They believe if they read more books, take more courses, or gather more information, then people will start paying them. But that's not how it works. Let me ask you this. How many people do you know who have shelves full of books they've never read? How many people have bought online courses, downloaded PDFs, or attended seminars only to stay stuck in the same place they were a year ago? The truth is, information is everywhere, but transformation is rare. That's why people are willing to pay a premium for coaching, because coaching isn't just about giving information. It's about guiding people to real change. You see, information by itself doesn't create results. If it did, then everyone with access to Google and YouTube would be rich, fit, and successful. But they're not. Why? Because information without implementation is worthless. People don't just need to know what to do. They need to know how to do it, why to do it, and they need someone to hold them accountable while they do it. That's what coaching provides. Think about this. If information alone was enough, then every person who has ever bought a gym membership would have six-pack abs. But we all know that's not the case. The reason people fail isn't because they don't have access to workout plans or diet tips. They fail because they don't follow through. That's why personal trainers exist. A personal trainer isn't just telling people to lift weights and eat healthy. Their real job is to push, correct, encourage, and hold people accountable until they get results. That's exactly what coaching is in any industry, helping people go beyond just knowing and actually doing. Another reason people pay for transformation instead of just information is time. The internet is full of free information, but sorting through it, testing different strategies, and figuring out what actually works takes too long. People don't want to waste time experimenting. They want the fastest path to success. And that's what coaching provides, a shortcut to results. Instead of spending years trying to figure it out on their own, they can pay a coach to guide them step by step and get there faster. But there's something even deeper going on here. Most people aren't just looking for knowledge. They're looking for confidence, belief, and permission to succeed. They want someone to tell them, yes, you can do this, and show them exactly how. They need someone to call them out when they're making excuses, challenge them when they're playing small, and remind them why they started in the first place. That's why coaching is so powerful. It's not just about facts and strategies. It's about helping people break through mental and emotional barriers that are keeping them stuck. The most successful coaches understand this. People don't pay for the what, they pay for the how and the why. They pay for structure, accountability, encouragement, clarity. They pay for a roadmap that leads them to real results. They pay for the transformation, not just the information. One of the biggest myths that stops people from becoming successful coaches is the idea that they need to be the absolute best in their field before they can help someone else. They think they need decades of experience, advanced degrees, or world-class credentials before anyone will pay them. But that's simply not true. Think out this when you're in grade. You only learn from professors, where you sometimes learn from students just a few grades ahead of you. In many cases, the best person to teach you something isn't the expert who's miles ahead, but the person who's just a little bit further along than you are. Imagine you're trying to cross a river with stepping stones. You don't need someone on the other side shouting instructions from a distance. You need someone who just stepped on the next rock, who can turn around and say, hey, step here next. This one is solid. That's how coaching works. You don't have to be at the finish line. You just need to have taken the next step. Now, let's break this down. If you've lost 30 pounds, you might not be a world-class fitness trainer, but you can definitely coach someone who's just starting their weight loss journey. If you've made $10,000 in business, you might not be a billionaire, but you can absolutely help someone who's struggling to make their first $1. If you've mastered a skill, built a brand, or overcome a challenge, then someone who is still stuck in that struggle needs your guidance. Most people overestimate what it takes to coach and underestimate how valuable their experience is to someone who hasn't had it yet. They don't realize that what seems simple to them is life-changing to someone else. What's obvious to you is brand new to someone who hasn't been through it yet. And that's where coaching comes in. Another reason you don't have to be an expert to coach is that people actually learn better from someone who recently figured things out than from someone who's been doing it for decades. Why? Because when you've been successful for a long time, you forget what it's like to struggle in the beginning. You start assuming things are easy that actually feel impossible to beginners. But when you're only a few steps ahead, you still remember what it felt like to be where they are, so you can explain things in a way that actually makes sense to them. But think about it like this. If you're drowning, do you need a professional swimmer standing on the shore giving you a speech about swimming techniques? Or do you need someone in the water, just a few strokes ahead of you, showing you exactly where to move next? That's what coaching is. It's reaching back and pulling people forward. People don't care about how many degrees you have, how many years you've been in business, or how many certifications you've collected. They care about one thing: can you help them get from where they are to where they want to be? And if the answer is yes, then you're qualified to be a coach. Most people spend their lives trying to make more money by selling low-ticket products, working long hours, or adding more streams of income that barely move the needle. But the truth is, if you want to build wealth quickly, you have to start thinking differently. You have to stop focusing on selling cheap things to a lot of people and start focusing on selling high-value solutions to the right people. And that's where high-ticket coaching comes in. High-ticket coaching is one of the fastest and most profitable business models in the world because it allows you to generate large amounts of income with fewer clients, less stress, and a bigger impact. Instead of grinding to sell a $50 ebook to 1,000 people, you could sell a $5,000 coaching package to just 10 people and make the same amount of money. Instead of running yourself into the ground trying to work with hundreds of low-paying clients, you could serve a small group of highly committed individuals and give them massive results while making more money in less time. Now, let's break this down. Why do high-ticket coaching programs command such high prices? Because they deliver real transformation, not just information. When someone pays a premium price for coaching, they're not just paying for what you know, they're paying for the speed, certainty, and personalized guidance that will get them results. But people don't just want to figure things out on their own. They want an expert to walk them through the process and ensure they don't waste time, money, and effort on trial and error. And here's the thing: the more people pay, the more they pay attention. When someone invests thousands of dollars in coaching, they show up differently. They're more committed. They take action. They follow through. And because of that, they get better results, which makes them even more willing to invest at higher levels. This is why the most successful coaches focus on high-ticket offers first, instead of wasting time trying to sell low-ticket products that don't create deep transformation. A lot of people think, but won't it be harder to sell high-ticket coaching? The answer is no, it's actually easier. When you sell something cheap, you attract people who are looking for a quick fix, who don't really value what you offer, and who often end up refunding or quitting because they aren't fully committed. But when you sell high-ticket coaching, you attract serious people who are willing to invest in themselves because they're serious about getting results. Let's take a moment to talk about perceived value. If you walked into a store and saw a luxury watch for $10, you'd immediately assume it was fake, right? Why? because the price doesn't match the perceived value of the item. The same is true for coaching. If you charge low prices, people assume your coaching isn't valuable. But when you charge premium prices, people assume your coaching is high quality and they treat it with the respect and commitment it deserves. Now, some people might be afraid to charge high ticket prices because they think, what if no one pays? But let me ask you this, have you ever noticed that the most successful people are always the ones investing the most money in coaching? The wealthiest entrepreneurs, athletes, and professionals don't hesitate to pay tens of thousands of dollars for the right mentorship, because they know that paying for the right knowledge is the fastest way to get to the next level. Here's what most people don't understand. It takes just as much effort to sell a low-ticket product as it does to sell a high-ticket coaching program. But the difference is in the outcome. You can spend all your time and energy trying to make small sales and barely scrape by, or you can position yourself as a premium coach, charge what you're worth, and build wealth much faster while making a bigger impact. Most people think they need more credentials, more degrees, or more certifications to be successful in coaching. They believe that unless they have some kind of fancy title or years of formal training, no one will take them seriously. But the truth is, what makes people want to work with you isn't your credentials, it's your story. Your story is the one thing no one else can copy. It's your greatest competitive advantage in the coaching industry. Think about it, there are thousands of coaches teaching business, fitness, relationships, and personal development, but what makes each one unique isn't the information they share. Information is everywhere. What makes you different is how you got that information, the journey you went through, and the personal experiences that shaped you into who you are today. People don't just buy coaching, they buy belief. They buy into the idea that if it worked for you, it can work for them too. Your story is what creates that belief. It's what makes people say, wow, they've been where I am, they've faced the same struggles, and they made it through. If they can do it, so can I. Think about the most successful coaches and speakers in the world. They don't just teach strategies, they tell powerful stories. They talk about the obstacles they overcame, the mistakes they made, and the breakthroughs that changed their lives. Why? Because people don't connect with perfection. They connect with authenticity. They don't want to learn from someone who's always had it easy. They want to learn from someone who understands what they're going through because they've been through it themselves. And here's the key, your mess is your message. The very thing you think disqualifies you from being a coach is often the exact thing that makes you the perfect person to help someone else. Maybe you struggled with money for years before figuring out how to build wealth. Maybe you failed in business multiple times before finally succeeding. Maybe you struggled with weight, relationships, or confidence before discovering the strategies that changed your life. That struggle is what qualifies you to coach, because it means you have real lived experience, not just theories. Let's say two people are teaching the same thing. One person has a degree in finance and is talking about budgeting and investing from a textbook. The other person was drowning in debt, figured out how to pay it off, built financial freedom, and is now teaching others how to do the same. Who do you think people will trust more? The person with the lived experience, because they've actually walked the path and know exactly what it feels like to be in that situation. Your story doesn't just help people connect with you, it also helps you stand out in a crowded market. There are thousands of fitness coaches, but maybe you're the one who lost 100 pounds after struggling with weight for years. There are thousands of business coaches, but maybe you're the one who went from being broke and homeless to running a 7-figure business. Your story is what makes your coaching unique and irreplaceable. And here's something else, your story isn't just about where you came from. It's also about where your audience is going. When people hear your story, they see themselves in it. They think, that's me, that's exactly what I'm going through right now. And that's what makes them trust you as the person who can guide them to success. Most people overlook their story because they assume no one cares. But what they don't realize is that stories are what inspire action. You can give someone all the strategies in the world, but if they don't believe change is possible, they won't take action. Your story is what gives them that belief. It's what makes them say, if they did it, maybe I can too. And the best part, you don't need a perfect success story to make an impact. You just need to be real. You just need to be honest about your journey and willing to share the lessons you've learned along the way. One of the biggest mindset shifts you have to make if you want to be successful in coaching is understanding that charging more doesn't just make you wealthy, it makes your clients more successful. Most people struggle with pricing because they think, if I charge high prices, won't fewer people be able to afford my coaching? But what they don't realize is that low prices don't serve anyone, not you, and not your clients. Let's break this down. When people pay little to nothing for something, how do they treat it? They don't take it seriously. They don't value it. They sign up and then disappear. But when people invest real money into something, they show up with commitment, focus, and a hunger to succeed. Think about it like this. If you bought a $10 online course, would you feel a deep, urgent need to complete it? Probably not. You might watch a few videos, but if you get distracted, you won't feel like you've lost anything. Now, imagine you invested $5,000 in a coaching program. Suddenly, you're all in. You're taking notes, you're implementing every lesson, and you're making sure you get every dollar's worth out of that program. Why? Because the more people pay, the more they pay attention. And the more they pay attention, the greater results they get. That's why high-ticket coaching doesn't just benefit the coach, it benefits the clients by forcing them to fully commit to their own success. Another thing most people don't realize is that people associate price with value. If something is cheap, they assume it's not valuable. If something is expensive, they assume it must be high quality. This is why high-end brands don't struggle to sell their products at premium prices, because the price itself communicates exclusivity, quality, and value. Now, think about this in terms of coaching. If you price your coaching at $100, people will assume it's basic. They'll see it as a nice to have instead of a life-changing investment. But if you price it at $5,000, $10,000, or more, people will see it as something powerful, exclusive, and worth their full attention. And here's something most people get completely wrong. It's actually easier to sell high-ticket coaching than low-ticket coaching. Why? Because low-ticket clients are the most difficult to work with. They ask for refunds. They complain about small things. They don't follow through. And then they blame you for their lack of results. But high-ticket clients are different. They're decisive. They take action. They're committed to the process because they've invested at a level that forces them to be. There's another reason why charging high prices helps you create more impact. It allows you to give more value. If you're barely scraping by, you can't show up fully for your clients. You're too stressed about money. You're working too many hours, spreading yourself thin, and constantly hustling just to survive. But when you charge premium prices, you can serve your clients at a much higher level. Imagine trying to coach 100 low-ticket clients at once. You'd be overwhelmed, exhausted, and unable to give each person the attention they need. But if you have 10 high-ticket clients paying thousands of dollars each, you can focus deeply on their transformation, give them world-class service, and ensure they get life-changing results. The coaching industry is filled with people who are afraid to charge what they're worth. They worry about pricing people out instead of realizing that high prices attract high-quality clients who are serious about success. When you understand this, everything changes. You stop underpricing yourself. You'll stop feeling guilty about making money. And most importantly, you start attracting people who are ready to do the work, get results, and create massive success in their lives. One of the biggest misconceptions in the coaching industry is the idea that the best coaches are the ones who make the most money. People assume that if they just become better at their craft, if they master their skills, learn more techniques, and refine their coaching abilities, then clients will magically start showing up. But that's not how it works. The truth is, being great at what you do is important, but knowing how to market yourself is even more important. You could be the most brilliant coach in the world, but if no one knows who you are, if no one sees your offer, and if no one believes you can help them, you will struggle to make money. On the other hand, you could be an average coach with phenomenal marketing and make millions. Let's look at the real world. How many times have you seen someone who is less skilled than you, less experienced than you, or even less knowledgeable than you, but they're making 10 times more money? They're booking out their coaching programs, selling out their events, and building a name for themselves while you sit there wondering, why are people paying them instead of me? The answer is simple. They understand marketing and you don't. Now let's get clear on something. Marketing is not manipulation. A lot of people hesitate to promote themselves because they think it feels salesy or pushy. But real marketing isn't about tricking people. It's about helping people see the value of what you offer so they can make an empowered decision to invest in themselves. If you truly believe in your coaching, if you know that what you offer can change lives, then it is your responsibility to market it. Because if you don't, people will stay stuck in their struggles, lost in confusion, and trapped in their problems when you had the solution all along. You think about it like this. Imagine you had the cure for a deadly disease. Would you sit back and hope that people randomly found you? Would you say, well, if they need it, they'll come to me? No, you would be shouting from the rooftops, doing whatever it takes to get your solution into the hands of the people who need it most. That's exactly how you need to treat your coaching business. If you can help people transform their lives, then you have an obligation to make sure they hear about it. And here's something most people get wrong. Marketing isn't about talking about yourself. It's about speaking directly to the needs, desires, and struggles of your ideal clients. Too many coaches focus on saying, look how great I am. Look at my certifications. Look at my achievements. But what people really want to hear is, I understand your problem. I know exactly how to help you solve it. And here's how we're going to do it together. Marketing is about creating belief. People don't just need to believe in you. They need to believe in themselves. They need to believe that success is possible for them, that change is within their reach, and that working with you is the missing piece to their transformation. And the way you create that belief is through powerful messaging, storytelling, and consistent visibility. A lot of coaches think they need a huge audience to succeed, but that's not true. What you need is the right message consistently shared with the right people. You don't have to be famous, you just have to be visible in the right places, saying the right things that make your audience feel seen, understood, and inspired to take action. And let's be honest, most coaches don't fail because they aren't good enough. They fail because no one knows they exist. They're waiting for referrals, hoping people will magically find them, and spending all their time getting better at coaching instead of getting better at marketing. But the coaches who build real wealth understand that if you want to change lives, you have to get in front of the people who need you the most. The bottom line is this: you don't get paid for being the best coach, you get paid for being the best at attracting and serving clients. The sooner you master marketing, the sooner you start creating the income, impact, and freedom you deserve. There are countless ways to make money, but few businesses allow you to create both massive income and deep impact at the same time. Coaching is one of those rare opportunities where you don't just build wealth, you change lives. You don't just make a living, you make a difference. You don't just work for money, you get paid to help people become the best versions of themselves. Most people spend their lives chasing money in ways that leave them exhausted, unfulfilled, and disconnected from their purpose. They work jobs they hate, trade time for dollars, and wake up every day feeling stuck in a cycle they can't escape. But coaching is different. Coaching is one of the few business models that allows you to get paid for who you are, what you know, and the transformation you can help others achieve. And here's what makes coaching even more powerful: you don't need a huge team, a physical office, or a massive budget to succeed. Unlike traditional businesses that require huge overhead costs, expensive equipment, and complicated logistics, coaching is a lean, profitable business model that you can start from anywhere with nothing more than your knowledge, experience, and a willingness to serve. Let's talk about leverage. In most jobs, your income is limited by your time. You work a certain number of hours, and you get paid based on that. But coaching is different because you can leverage group programs, digital courses, and high-ticket offers to serve multiple people at once while making exponentially more money. Instead of trading hours for dollars, you can create a scalable business that allows you to help more people without working yourself into the ground. And let's not forget the global reach of coaching. Thanks to the internet, you're not limited to your local area. You can coach people from all over the world, build a global brand, and impact thousands, even millions of lives without ever leaving your home. Whether through one-on-one coaching, group programs, live events, or online courses, the possibilities for growth and expansion are endless. But here's what really makes coaching one of the most fulfilling businesses in the world. It's not just about making money. It's about helping people achieve their dreams. There's nothing more rewarding than seeing a client go from struggling to thriving because of your guidance. Nothing more powerful than watching someone break through their limitations, step into their potential, and completely transform their life, all because you showed up and shared what you know. Imagine waking up every day knowing that your work actually matters, that every conversation you have, every session you lead, and every client you work with is another life changed, another breakthrough created, another dream realized. That's what coaching gives you. Most people spend their lives chasing financial success only to realize that money alone doesn't bring fulfillment. True success is about wealth and impact, freedom, and purpose. And coaching is one of the few businesses that allows you to have both. Now, let's talk about legacy. When you build a coaching business, you're not just making money for yourself, you're creating something that will outlive you. The lessons you teach, the transformations you create, and the impact you make on people's lives will continue long after you're gone. Your clients will take what they learn from you and pass it on to others. Your words, your wisdom, and your influence will ripple through generations. And that's the beauty of coaching. It's not just about what you earn, it's about who you become in the process. It's about stepping into your highest potential, becoming a leader, and using your knowledge, experiences, and insights to lift others up. Because the more people you help, the more wealth you create, not just financial wealth, but wealth in relationships, influence, and impact. Most people go through life never realizing their full potential. They settle for less than they're capable of because they don't have the right guidance. But as a coach, you get to be the person who helps others unlock their greatness, see what's possible, and take action toward their dreams. And the best part, you get paid handsomely to do it. Coaching isn't just a business, it's a mission. It's a movement. It's a calling. And for those who step into it fully, the rewards, financial, emotional, and spiritual, are limitless.